Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, September 19th. It's 4:04 p.m. The futures market's regular session is just closed, and I want to show my computer clock here. We can see the date and time. Markets just closed about 5 minutes ago. I'm going to bring over the time and sales. The E-mini S&P trading at 2132 and a quarter approximately. Before I begin, first the required disclaimer. Okay, this is a really important video. I'm going to cover a lot. I'm going to talk about limit orders and fills. So please stay tuned and watch to the end of the video. Thanks. Okay, pretty good day for the auto trader today. First up is the crude oil on the Super Renko 7 tick, and this hit its goal of 1200 with 1 tick positive slippage. See our goal here at 1200, so we actually did pretty good at the end here. We have two very well-placed trades, about as perfect as it can be. Also want to point out that this is a limit order with a 4-tick pullback. So if I make these open, low, high, close bars, we see the close of this bar here, and then the open of the bar, and it looks like the fill was at 43.72. And see the close of the bar is 43.68, so that's exactly 4 ticks. So sometimes the close when the bar opens might be a tick higher, so that might be a discrepancy on the limit fill there. But in any case, these are limit fills. You can see it's in the middle of the bar here. This one got filled at the high of the bar, but it could have traded a tick beyond this to get filled, which brings up another point that just because it's a limit order, it does not get filled if it's touched. And having said that, I'm going to bring over a separate video. Okay, so here is a live trade in the E-mini S&P on the Super Renko 6 tick, and I've got my Superdome over here, and we can see that we have a limit exit here at 2134.75, and you can see the line on the green line on the chart just above the bar is at 2134.75. And what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that just because the market trades at the price, even in simulation, doesn't mean we automatically get a filled. Questions have been asked about, well, how accurate is it? If you have a limit fill on the exit, doesn't it just get filled if it's touched in simulation mode? And the answer is no. We've programmed it in such a way that we have true limit orders. And I'm letting this trade a little bit so you can kind of see the bid and ask go back and forth and see, prices unfold in real time. This is not a market replay. This is the market unfolding in real time. I'm going to bring over the time and sales in just a second here. But this is actually as it unfolded today at around 208. So here we have the time and sales, and you can see the trades tick off and the sizes. In a moment, it's going to come up at and trade at 34.75, and you'll see that it will trade at that price and not get filled just because it got touched. So let's just watch this for a moment. And we're just about a tick away here. Not quite. Just remember, this is at the speed of the market. This is not a replay. This is real time as this was recorded. So, okay, price coming up now, and what we're going to see in a moment is we're going to see price trade at 34.75, and you can see we didn't get filled right away. We finally got filled after hundreds of contracts got filled before us. So that demonstrates that just because a limit order is touched, it isn't filled. And show that. Okay, next up is the crude oil and the Super Renko 6 tick, and this is using our line break algorithm. And this did 1,030 for the day on 2 contracts. And we can see the line break signals here. Remember that we have a filter for the line break signals that you can use or not use. But in this case, if we get a line break signal to go short, we require red bars for it. That's why we don't have whipsaw trades here where we have short line break signals but blue bars. So these signals are ignored and it's only going long. This is quite effective. Our line break algorithm I've shown over the years in our videos, and it's unique to Blue Wave, and it's very effective as a method because it never misses a big move and usually captures the move very near the beginning and will get you out in a reversal as well. So another solid performance on the crude here. Okay, next up is the Dow on the Super Renko 6 tick. We did 705 on 3 contracts here, and quite a nice trade here. You can see midday. Once again, we have the close of the bar and then a pullback here, and filled on a limit order. Now, surprisingly, a lot of traders don't know the difference between a stop, a market, and a limit order. So I'm going to attempt to explain that right here. I'm going to bring over the dome. So a limit fill would require price to come and pull back to me. So a limit to go long has to be below the best bid and ask. A limit to go short has to be above the best bid or the best ask price, which is here. So I have to be above. So to go short, the market has to pull back to me for me to get filled. Now, a stop order to go long is I use my center button on the mouse. And so this says stop limit market. This means that as price is moving upwards in the direction to go long, it's going to take me into the market at my price here. Now, this is not a guaranteed price. A lot of times you get filled at this price, but in a fast market you could get slippage, but most of the time you get filled at your stop price. So if I want to go short, then my stop order is in the direction of the short trade, which would be the market is declining or dropping, and I would get filled and that would take me into the market. Like I said, it's very surprising to me how many traders don't really know the difference. A market order, if I want to go long, I'm going to get filled at the best ask price. I'm going to click to go long, and I'm not going to get filled at the bid. This is the bid. I'm going to get filled at the ask. So, but I'm going to be filled immediately at this price. Okay, so that's our little lesson on stop, limit, and market orders. The reason we use limit orders in the auto trader is that slippage can eat away a lot of your profits, and it also limit orders in automated trading limit the number of trades, and so we sacrifice missing some trades, but the payoff is in automated trading less is more, and getting filled at our limit price ensures that we have no slippage, and that's actually a pretty big deal. Okay, next up is the crude oil on an actual line break chart, and once again we use limit orders here. In this case the pullback is 5 ticks, and we can see the line break bars, and our fill looks like it's in blank space, and that's because line break bars don't have tails, but this bar here actually pulled back. This is the close of the bar, is always the high in line break, and so we got filled on our limit order. Same here with the short. This is the close of the bar, and we actually got filled here. Another benefit of limit orders is, for example, on the short trade I got filled, but if I'm wrong and it goes the other way, I'm 5 ticks closer to where I would get reversed, as opposed to a market order. I'd have another 5 ticks in my loser. So pretty good performance here on the line break charts. We always start the equity at 0 here. So we had a winning trade, and then that was negated by that trade here. And then we had some couple of nice winners at the end here. And once again, you can see our pullback and our limit orders getting filled. So 7:30 for the day on this chart. Okay, next up is our crude oil on a regular 500 tick chart, and I've only been showing this chart for a couple of days, but it's been all winners since I started plotting it. So once again, we have a limit fill here, and if I make these open, low, high, close bars, we can see this a bit more clearly. So you can see the close of the bar and our limit fill here. It's a limit order with just a 1 tick pullback, and we can see very clearly that the close of the bar was at 63 and our fill was at 64. So this is also based on our line break algorithm, and just want to point out how well our indicators handle this kind of action. You can see where the bars turn blue, caught this move here, and then here the bars turn blue again, and we got our upward move here. Now keep in mind this system doesn't start trading until 10:30, so this actually would have got filled on our limit order and probably been a pretty good winning trade. The first target is 40 ticks, so had I started trading earlier, this would have been a nice winner, but there's something about the 10:30 hour, at least for now, that's how this is being run. So this just had a single trade, and this first profit goal is 40 ticks, and then we got closed out at the session close here. So 31 ticks on this second contract. So that's a total of 71 ticks on a single trade here. And this is pretty effective, the line break algorithm on just a regular tick chart. Okay, next up is the DAX. I forgot to enable this morning. So I turned it on late in the day, and it had a single winning trade, and then was closed out at 2 p.m. and did 475 on a single trade. This could have potentially done really well today. It's hard to say, but looking at the bars formation, it looks like it could have had a solid performance today, but nevertheless still did 475 on a single trade. And once again, you see our limit fill from the close of the bar in a pullback. That means no slippage. Okay, next up we have the gold on the Super Renko 6-tick, and this did 340 for the day, a modest gain. We had 2 winners and a loser here. Actually, we had two losers, so we had a bit of a drawdown. Not that much, really, at the open, about $150. And then we had a couple of solid winners here, and then a small loser at the end, giving us 340 for the day. Okay, next we have the NASDAQ on the Super Renko's 10 tick, and this had a mixed bag of trades, a couple of small losers with a really solid winner, again at the 10 o'clock hour. So just want to comment that, many of these systems or these setups could be tweaked further. Um, I don't spend a whole lot of time tweaking them, but um, as you can see, just a difference in start time could make a huge difference in your outcome. So 335 for the day here, not too shabby. Okay, lastly, we have the Japanese yen on the December contract, and we had a modest gain of close to $200, and it looks like this was done on a single trade. And that's it for today's video. Um, if you want to find out more about the Auto Trader, please visit our website, or please feel free to send me an email at systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thanks for watching today.